So, I nearly died. I wish that was a joke, but it kind of really isn't. Back in 2017, I was diagnosed as anemic, which doesn't sound like a big deal, right? Like, it's pretty common, especially in young women. Generally, it kind of just sorts itself out a bit, but mine was quite low. I was quite bad. So, I tried some different medications, and my body rejected every single one of them. Hates it. My body hates anything that is meant to make me better. So I was kind of to cope and just eat my leafy green vegetables. And I and the doctors just kind of forgot about it and moved on, which is all fine and good. Jumped to 2021 summer, and this is where it gets a little bit personal, just a tiny bit. But it feels really relevant to the story, and it's really important that I mention it, so cope. I've always had issues with periods, but this past year it has been significantly more severe. Like 3 out of 4 weeks I was bleeding and in pain, which isn't normal. And so I was getting exhausted because my body was going through that bullshit. So I went to my GP, and they gave me medication to help, and it works. Hurrah! Great! I think I'm back onto the road to health and energy, and it's all good. Everything's good. Not quite. Hold your horses. So, slowly, but fucking surely, I am starting to get more and more tired from doing the very simplest of things. And I'm not going to the doctor because they tell me the same thing every single time. They say, you need to lose weight, and I go, I fucking know. That's kind of a given, but I'm exhausted, and when you're exhausted, doing exercise is quite a struggle. So it's a loop. It's an awful loop, and you can't get yourself out of it. But it gets to the point in October 2021 when I am getting dizzy and weak all of the fucking time, just from getting out of bed or walking down the hall at college or at home or anywhere. That's quite scary. So I go to my doctor again, and I get a general checkup, and my appointment goes just as I expect. There's nothing that we can find physically wrong with me. She says, you need to lose weight. I go, figures. My bloods have been taken, so I've got to just wait for the results by the end of the week. So to give you an idea of the time frame, that appointment was on the Tuesday of that week. I continue with my week as normal, waiting for my results, and on Thursday of the same week, I get a call, and it goes something along the lines of, hi, we know what's wrong with you. Your iron is dangerously low. The reason you felt so dizzy was because your blood wasn't able to pump oxygen around your veins as well as it should have been, and you only had enough iron to keep your vital organs going. The fact that you're not hospitalized is a miracle. You need an emergency blood transfusion as soon as possible. So the call ends, and I report the news back to my mother. And safe to say, she panicked a little bit. That means within 10 minutes, my entire family knew that I nearly fucking died. I was yet to tell anyone but her. Thank you, mother. It's the gift of the gab, you know. So the next day, I continue on with life, ignoring the looming threat of being sent to hospital. And I had my driving lesson. On the way there, I get a call. It's the doctor again. Hi! Just calling to let you know that you have blood samples scheduled for Tuesday and a blood transfusion scheduled for Wednesday. How are you feeling today? I'm the same as usual. Okay, if you start to feel worse at all, do not hesitate to call 111. For anyone who doesn't live in the UK, 111 is the number you call where if you don't have a medical emergency but you need medical advice, you call that number. They are constantly working 24/7. So I can't say that particularly filled me with joy or anything, and it is safe to say that that driving lesson definitely could have gone a bit better. Also, a quick brag for you all to just lighten up the mood a little bit. My doctor said that it should have been impossible for my body to have been doing so well in the state that it was, and that I was a medical miracle. Also, apparently after she showed the other doctors my file, she had to explain to them that I don't need admitted into the hospital because somehow I am walking around and functioning surprisingly well, which is absolutely fucking hilarious to me. I'm gonna put it on my CV actually. It's probably the best thing I've ever achieved. Okay, so for everyone to fully understand how bad I actually was, let me tell you about how my body should have been. And bear with me, I failed biology, I tried to do my research, but there's a lot of different things saying a lot of different things, so I've done the best I can. Hemoglobin is a substance in red blood cells that makes it possible for blood to carry oxygen throughout the body. So the normal amount of hemoglobin in a person's body should be at 120 giga per litre for an adult woman. In 2017, I was at 88 giga per litre, which is already very low, but in October of 2021, I was at 66 giga per litre, which, if it wasn't already obvious, that's quite low. That's dangerously low. That's worrying. Then if we move on to my iron stores, the human body stores iron in the form of ferritin and hemosiderin? I'm not sure if I said that right. Now, here's where I start to struggle, because even after doing all my research, I'm struggling to find a definitive answer on how iron stores are measured. All I know is in October of 2021, my iron stores were at 3, which is very fucking bad, according to my doctor. She didn't say fucking. I did. And who the fuck am I to argue with her? She's the expert, not me. I didn't even know this shit was going on. So, you know, I'm now booked for a blood transfusion. What now? I'm not gonna lie, I was worried, but I just kept making jokes to get through it, because that's what your bitch does. That's how I cope. Wednesday rolls around after having my blood taken on the Tuesday, which, long story short, it got messed up, and I had to do them again on Wednesday anyway. And I am now preparing myself for 2 bags of blood to go right into me. So I had my blood taken again 2 hours later, and after talking to a medical student who is interested in my case, it's time. Bag number 1. I'm in the chair and the nurse hooks me up to the machine and my long wait begins. For anyone wondering, no, you can't feel the blood going into you, which is fucking insane. Maybe I'm just a dumbass, but for some reason I thought maybe I would. After 2 hours, and a pretty decent lunch actually, it was kind of nice, it's time for bag number 2. Again, the same process, nothing to get excited about, and boom! It's as if I'm brand new. I've been changed. I'm a new human being. I mean, not quite. The blood transfusion was only to get me to a point where they could begin giving me medication and it would actually start working. It would have a chance to work. I was still a very long way from being fixed. But it was a step in the right direction. After this, I weirdly had no correspondence with any medical professionals for a month until I called them. I get called back in for blood tests yet again, and my hemoglobin is now at 90 giga per litre. I am put onto liquid iron supplements. To make this whole story speed up a little bit, I'll just say they made me really unwell, and I've just had to go onto a lower dosage of ferrous gluconate, which is a pill. Great. And it doesn't make me unwell, which is fantastic. So, we're now reaching the present day. I'm starting to feel dizzy, tired, and faint again. I call up my GP, and I go in for blood tests yet again, and my hemoglobin is very slowly but surely creeping up, and is now at 95 giga per litre as of February 2022. However, my iron stores have gone down to 2.5. At the time of this video, my ferrous gluconate dosage has been doubled, and I guess I've just got to wait and see how it goes. I really hope this video hasn't been too much of a downer. I just kind of wanted to explain why I've been away since I got my PC and was like, I'm gonna make so much content, and then I didn't make the content. That's why I nearly died. So, I mean, I'm trying, but having no energy is kind of hard. If you take anything from this video, just take this. You know your body best. And if something feels wrong, you should push for answers if you can. Thank you so much for watching this. Please like, maybe subscribe. Comment down below if you want to. If any of you have a similar situation, we can all reminisce about our horrible health. All the resources that I used for my research are in the description, so if you're interested in maybe educating yourself further, they are all down below. Thank you so much, and bye-bye. And it would actually... Yeah? Yeah? No, I'm alright. Okay. Welcome. Oh. I'm trying to be really serious, mother.